Coronation Street confirms upcoming death of major character. Show bosses have promised that the groundbreaking Coronation Street, Emmerdale crossover episode Corrydale will see beloved fan favorites from both soaps coming face to face in a devastating car crash that will claim the life of one major character. But who? Worlds will collide as the biggest stories from both soaps in 2025 reap their shocking reveals. The stage is set for mayhem on a road in the dead of night, with beloved fan favorites behind the wheel for different reasons. Take Theo Silverton, James Cartwright, for instance, scaffolder, abuser, and winner of Weatherfield's Best Scowl award. After beating, humiliating and coercing his boyfriend Todd for months, he seemed surprised when his partner finally had the strength to say he didn't want to be with him anymore. This time, it seems Todd is sticking to his guns. After confiding in Billy Mayhew, Daniel Brocklebank, at Debbie's wedding, he asks his old friend for a lift back to Weatherfield so he can move out of the flat while Theo is out. But Theo throws a spanner in the works by turning up on the minibus with his suitcases. This is going to be one awkward road trip. Will Theo's rage be the spark that ignites this disaster, and will it cost him his life? Then there's the driver, Billy. As Todd's ex-boyfriend, he's been the target of Theo's uncontrollable jealousy on more than one occasion. He also knows Todd well enough to see when he's unhappy, and has been disturbed by Theo's behavior towards his friend in public. With actor Daniel Brocklebank's exit announced for early 2026, you can't escape the sinking feeling that this minibus crash might be Billy's final destination. Talking of Final Destination, you don't need a premonition to see this one coming. Becky Swain, Amy Cudden, loses control. That's right, Swainiacs. After months of scheming to win her ex-wife Lisa, Vicky Myers, and daughter Betsy, Sydney Martin, back by driving away Carla Connor, Alison King, the crazed ex-copper finally comes unstuck. Heartbroken Lisa thinks that Carla's finally ended things between them and has jet 2 holidayed off into the sunset to forget her. That's the only reason Lisa reluctantly agrees to start a new life with Becky and Betsy abroad. However, the cobble's cutest copperkit Green thinks there's more to Carla's disappearance than meets the eye and finally tracks her down. On to Becky's game, they speed off to the port in Hull to stop her. And when Carla makes a desperate phone call, Lisa picks up the call and Becky realizes who she's talking to, taking her eyes off the road just long enough for disaster to strike. We all knew the ballad of Becky Swain had to end eventually. Does the big bad bunny boiler go out in a blaze of glory, or is it Lisa who tragically dies, a casualty of her ex-wife's scheming? Next up is the worst Webster himself, Carl, Jonathan Howard. Greatest hits include having an affair with his brother Kevin's, Michael Lavelle, wife Abby, Sally Carmen, cheating on her with James Bailey, Jason Callender, and trying to con his sister Debbie, Sue Devaney, out of her fortune while she's battling dementia. Not only that, but Carl was responsible for the hit and run that left Tyrone Dobbs, Alan Halsell, in a wheelchair with life-changing injuries. This is especially relevant, seeing as Carl will be behind the wheel of a car once more when the crash happens. All we know about Debbie and Ronnie's, Vinter Morgan, wedding is that Carl and Kevin have reluctantly agreed to bury the hatchet for a day, but with their history, some grudges can't stay buried. There's drama at the wedding which causes Carl to flee in his car. Will he perish in the crash? Is this the end of the worst Webster? The final potential victim is, literally anyone. Asher, Tanisha Gorey, Cassie Plummer, Claire Sweeney, David, Jack P. Shepard, Shona, Julia Goulding, James, Steve, Simon Gregson, Tracy, Kate Ford. There's a literal busload full of passengers who might be facing their last stop in Corrydale. Anyone could go, and anything could happen.